Give me just for a second. Okay. What's popping and what's dropping, everybody? It's your boy Live and Direct. In full effect at 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. I just wanted to do a video on the Umar Johnson versus Tariq Nasheed beef. And reason why I wanted to do that is because both of those guys I really respect. I've had the opportunity to take pictures with Dr. Umar as well as Tariq Nasheed on at least more than one occasion. I've met Tariq Nasheed 3 times in my lifetime. One is the first time being in 2013, the second time being in 2014, the most recent time being in 2016. Both guys are very influential in terms of my thought process when it comes to white supremacy. The thing is, Tariq, I've known Tariq, or I followed Tariq since 2005/2016, because it was right at the end of 2000, that time frame that I followed his book, The Art of Macking. That was around the same time with the elite wave that was popping and dropping. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, and the thing is, I have an issue with the people who are the critics of this particular beef. And that's the reason why I put Umar versus Tariq, and he who attacks first is a fool. And I made a video with he who attacks first is a fool initially. Let me see who's in this chat room. You know, smash the like button if you're in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I can shout you out or whatever. But again, my thing is, I live by this principle: he who attacks first is a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period, end of discussion. You know what I'm saying? And this, I apply this in physical confrontation and as well as verbal confrontation. The objective should always be, don't start something your ass can't finish. And don't start something, period. Point blank, period. Don't start nothing, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are situations where we may have to start conflict. Let's say we try to protect our family member. At that point, you know what I'm saying? You know, shifting, I think you're shifting the conflict, but anyway, I digress. When you protecting against somebody, trying to protect somebody, technically you are starting confrontation. So that means you may have to start confrontation to get this attacker off your family member, your daughter, or whatnot. So it is what it is. What's popping? What's dropping, brother? Realonomics, man. You want to join me for the live stream, bro, or you good on that, man? You want to get in, work with me on Google Hangouts real quick, man? And if so, man, what's your email address, man? Just send it to me, man, and I'll put you on Live and Direct if you have a Google account. No, you do have a Google account. You wouldn't be talking if you didn't have a Google account. But if you want to join me in the discussion. If not, I'll do it all by myself. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings, but I wouldn't mind. I would love for you to have you in here, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying, with like-minded people. But I should put he who attacks first part 2, because people don't understand the he who attacks first ideology. And you at work, okay, that's cool. No hard feelings, bro. No hard feelings at all. I love you to life, brother. I love you to life, man. Somebody fucking with my boy Timo, man, we gonna have a problem. So don't be fucking with him. You know, the dude bigger than me, goddammit. But I'm like Scrappy to Scooby Doo. Not saying you Scooby Doo at all. You know what I'm saying, dog. But I'm like Scrappy Doo. I don't give a fuck how little I am. I'm gonna bite a nigga up in this motherfucker. So it is what it is. But anyway, you know, when you're protecting somebody, technically you're starting conflict. You know what I'm saying, to some degree, because if somebody attacking your mama, you gotta shift the conflict to you. So technically you're starting conflict that is not really there. But that in a situation like that, you know, no problem, dog, no problem, dog. But you have to shift conflict to you to get that person off your parents. So to some degree, you are starting conflict. So, but I'm not talking about self-defense of a I got your back, bro, too, bro. Most deaf, dog. You know, but you have to shift that conflict in that narrative towards you, so that person won't do nothing to your parent or your loved one to where they can do real big harm. You know what I'm saying? But you know, nevertheless, outside of protecting someone, you know what I'm saying? When you come in here, smash the like button. What's popping and what's dropping, Zeke? What's going on, brother V-Dub? V-Dub. You know what I'm saying? Showing you nothing but love, V-Dub. You know what I'm saying? So, when you start a conflict, the reason why it's not wise to start a conflict, and we're talking physically and verbally, because if that person got something on you, that could pretty much end your reputation. In this case, with Umar Johnson, a strong possibility that this dude's career as a conscious community leader, or I should say a respectable conscious community leader, ends at this point. You know, because a lot of people don't like Tariq Nasheed, but he got just as many people who don't like him as people that like him. But in this case, Tariq is in the right. No matter how you feel about Tariq Nasheed, he is in the right. You know what I'm saying? You can only allow a person to attack you for so long. Just like a high school bully. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rail? You know what I'm saying? You can only allow a person to attack you for only so long. Especially in high school. Let's say you're dealing with a bully in grade school. Ultimately, the bully's going to get worse. And let me say this to say that. A lot of parents need to stop. We should have an anti-bullying campaign, but we don't need to crutch a person in terms of independent thinking and knowing how to defend themselves when it comes to bullying. Sometimes a bully is a good thing, because sometimes people bully for different reasons. Sometimes they need somebody to protect them. Sometimes a person will bully a person just to initiate them in the gang or some shit like that. It's different reasons for bullying, and I'll go deeper into that on another post. But at some point, the bully got to know that you about that life. At some point, the bully got to know you ain't playing. And in this situation, this is obviously a bully situation on the end of Dr. Umar Johnson. I say this to say that I will still stand by Umar Johnson in terms of supporting him in terms of his time of trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? I do not co-sign any man to get fucked up by the system. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he doing something wrong, and I'm speaking on Dr. Umar's part, because with him starting the beef with Tariq Nasheed, it looks like he's doing something wrong. It looks like you're doing something wrong, brother Umar Johnson. If any Umar Johnson supporter are listening, it looks like he's doing something wrong. So, with that being said, I hope there's nothing that they could throw at this man to bury this man. You know what I'm saying? I hope this guy going on and get him a damn school, because with $400,000, you can do a lot with $400,000. You can buy real estate and all types of good stuff. But if he needs other material to build that school the way he wants to, okay, I get why you say you need $1 million. But I hope Umar Johnson is not doing anything fucked up to where he could lose his license as a psychologist. And it's real easy, believe it or not. Shout out to Nikhil Love Young. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying a name right, you know what I'm saying? If you do, I'm still in Houston, so slap the shit out of me, Nikhil Young Love. But I love the sister to life. You know what I'm saying? You could easily get a professional report it, and she explained it, because you do have hotlines to where you can make any kind of bullshit complaint, whether it's legit or illegit. You can make complaints to motherfuckers to where you can be threatened to your license can be threatening on any situation, especially in the system of white supremacy, especially the fact that this man is being a black doctor, a black man in the game. So it's much easier. We got to understand that it's much easier for black people to get in trouble than white people, than other groups of people. You know what I'm saying? Because we on the bottom of the shit list in terms of white supremacy. Who is this calling me, brother? Brother, I'm on a live stream. God damn, you picked the wrong time. Unless you're trying to get on here, and I'm not trying to be rude. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me answer this phone call. What's popping and what's dropping, brother?
Not much, man. I see you on live. Hey, what did I miss?
Right now, I'm just doing the live stream Umar versus Tariq, and I'm going into my point of view of the situation. But I'm live and direct right now, so could you hit me back, or I'll send you the link in Google Hangouts if you want to join in on the discussion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
All right, let me interrupt you. Yeah, go send me the link. I might be a minute.
Okay, all right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that's my boy Craig. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but the scope is on Omar, definitely. But you're saying both brothers need to behave. The thing is, when you initiate a conflict, how can you behave? Explain that to me, brother Zeke. And I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? But why would a person be, let's say I'm in a boxing ring. And I'm going to make an analogy of the boxing ring. And brother Realonomics knows why I make this analogy. Let's say you're in a boxing ring. Zeke, let's have some correlation. One of the reasons why, and this is not an attack on Mexican people or anything, you know what I'm saying? So if you listening to this and you're another group of another group of people, this is not a diss to Mexican people. You know what I'm saying? If you take this as a diss, you a dumbass. But one of the reasons why the come forward Mexican style of boxing, or what is typically known as Mexican style boxing, doesn't work against intelligent boxers. Typically they'll be black people. You know, every once in a while you got a smooth, slick type white boy boxer. But one of the reasons why Mexican boxing style, well, I ain't gonna even say it don't work. One of the reasons why Mexican style is a temporary style in boxing, mostly because a lot of times they're more focused on coming forward in the conflict than they are actually being the counterattacker. So that's the reason why you have legends like Julio Cesar Chavez and people like Eric Morales. You know, even though Eric Morales started out as an outboxer, you know what I'm saying? The reason why people like Robert Guerrero, you know what I'm saying, didn't last in the sport, or if they started out as an outboxer, their career ended fast as it just got started. Because a lot of times that come forward style, unless you put some heat to a motherfucker ass, or you got that one punch knockout power like Mike Tyson did, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna brutalize you, because you're gonna be taking too many hits, you're gonna be too reckless, and you're gonna be too vulnerable to counterattacks. You know what I'm saying? And Chavez was a good fighter in terms of using head movement and being defensively responsible. But the problem with Julio Cesar Chavez's boxing style was he got into wars, and a lot of times it was initiated. You know what I'm saying? He comes forward, and a lot of times, and he didn't have that guard like Mike Tyson did. See, Mike Tyson had a guard, and you had to throw like 20, 30 punch combinations to knock out Mike Tyson, which is why he was more respectable than Julio Cesar Chavez. But I digress. But follow what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know much about boxing or combat sports for that matter. The reason why by the time Julio Cesar Chavez I think his career pretty much ended like 31. Hey, how you doing, Sassy Cat? You know what I'm saying? Much love to you. Much love, Sassy Cat. Much love to you. Always love me, Sassy Cat. Know what I'm saying? So, but one of the reasons why Chavez's career ended as fast as it began, and he lasted in the boxing ring for a long ass time, is because number one, he wasn't fighting in the higher weight divisions, because when he went up to welterweight, that was the tip of the iceberg. He never won a title at welterweight. He won a title at 130, 135, and 140. And in those booger weight divisions, as my boy 78 Sports would say, those divisions, you don't have to have a lot of boxing skill. That's not to say Chavez didn't have boxing skill. That is just saying, I'm just saying Chavez was a little too reckless for that style. And his career tumbled down just as fast as it started. Because when that 89 fight winning streak went to hell, his career was gone from there. Because he fought a guy named Frankie Randall. I'm just putting people up on boxing, but I'm going to the correlations of Umar versus Tariq. And you know what I'm saying? I'm using that correlation for boxing because I'm a real big boxing fan. But when he fought a dude named Frankie Randall, if you look at him throughout history of boxing, salute to you, Sassy Cat. If you look at him throughout the history of boxing, if you look at Frankie Randall throughout the history of boxing, I can name probably 100, 200 fighters that would whoop Frankie Randall's ass. But he just so happened that one night to have the right game plan to beat Julio Cesar Chavez. And that was because Julio Cesar Chavez's style was too reckless. You know what I'm saying? He had the right head movement. He had the, you know what I'm saying, necessary tools to beat people. But the problem was he went against a good counter puncher for that one night, and he lost his 89 fight losing streak. 89 fight winning streak, excuse me. Because you know, he really lost to Pernell Whitaker in the fight versus Pernell Whitaker going up to welterweight. But when he moved up to welterweight and fought somebody that could hit him just as hard as he could, he lost. That's because he relied too much on coming forward. The thing is, I say that to say this. When you're attacking a person, and this is the same situation in real street conflict or in verbal conflict. When you're attacking a person, you gotta knock them out. In a physical confrontation, you gotta knock them out. Why you gotta knock the guy out? Because if you don't knock him out, and if he's a skilled guy, that counterattack can be worse than the initial attack. That's why. It could be worse than the initial attack. So when you start a fight, please believe you gotta knock that motherfucker out. You gotta knock that motherfucker out, because if you don't, that person is gonna come with something a lot more devastating than what you had initially started for. Which brings to me Umar versus Tariq. Now, from what I understand, Umar had been dissing Tariq for years, but I can't 100% confirm that. Yeah, definitely smash the like button. Smash that like button. If you're in here, I want all 7 people to smash this like button, because people need to hear this. But Umar, according to Tariq and other people, he been dissing Tariq for a good ass minute. And he put himself in a predicament to where he can get exposed to the point to where it could end his career. Now, let's be clear. I know there are some people in here that don't fuck with Tariq, and I know some people in here that do fuck with Tariq. Let's be clear. Regardless of how you feel about Tariq, Tariq will end your reputation, end your career as a person in terms of respectability in reputation. The problem with Umar Johnson is, if he was gonna do that shit, he should have went in with indisputable facts. Now, there are some things he revealed about Tariq that a lot of people are kind of like, you know, Tariq is a fraud because, you know, this person, you know, shout out to my sister. She inboxed me talking about Tariq had white producers in Hidden Colors. And I told that sister, it is not enough. That particular talking point is not enough for me to go against them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because those producers, those few handful of white producers, don't have enough power to control the narrative of the documentary. They don't have enough power to control the narrative, because if they really did have that kind of control of the narrative, and Tariq mostly do everything independently, they would have shut down that documentary overnight. So obviously, let me holler at this boy. Obviously, those people did you know, haven't contributed enough to where they have a say-so in it. And let's be very clear. A lot of people have used this bullshit talking point about he gets money from white people and shit like that, and all this other Mickey Mouse bullshit. Let me tell y'all something. Name a fucking black director in Hollywood, or a respectable black director, period. You know what I'm saying? Greetings to you, Miss Janine Foster. Much love to you. Much love to you. Much love to you. Name a fucking black director, or a respectable black, independent black person, black celebrity, that has not gotten money from white folks. I challenge anybody to and I'll do you something better. Name a black person, a respectable black person, director, producer, songwriter. How do I feel about that money from the school? Let me clear my thought process first, and then I'll answer that question, most definitely. But name a black producer, songwriter, screenwriter that has not gotten money from white folks. It's going to be very hard for you to find that. Sometimes you got to borrow money from people. Most of the banks out here are white owned and white controlled. You only have a handful of black banks out here. So is that not getting money from white people? If we're going to have that bullshit ass conversation? Well, he has a white film crew. How many times have motherfuckers on this damn, people who are Tariq fans, I'm asking them, not people who aren't Tariq fans. How many times on Ustream have Tariq told black film crew, black editors, he has an open door policy to give work to black people. He has an open door policy. He has done this time and time again. How many times have he asked black people on his Ustreams, hey, you know what I'm saying, if you're thorough, you know what I'm saying, please hit me up at info@tariqelite.com. I believe he's honest, but that's a weak talking point. I believe he's honest. He's very honest. You know what I'm saying? But to tell you the truth, that's a weak talking point to say to a man, you know, he gets money from white people. He's worked with white film crew. There's not too many people out there that has not worked with white people in terms of film. That's very hard to do. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it. You know, now if those white people were controlling the narrative, yes. But why would white folks get Shahrazad Ali, get people like the late Francis Cress Welsing, rest in peace, Dr. Kaba? Why would they get people like Umar himself, who've been in three of Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors documentary? Why would they get the four most hated people, if not five most hated people on the face of the earth in terms of the conscious community / black empowerment / pro-black community? Why would they allow them on that fucking movie? You tell me that. if he was getting money from white folks, let's play the devil's advocate. If he was getting money from white folks in a controlled fashion, you said, as Tommy said, people should not be. I really don't fuck with Tommy Sotomayor because black people should be shot in the street by police. I don't fuck with him. I mean, I don't mean no harm to you. You're cool people. You're a big reason why my platform is big as it is. But I don't fuck with Tommy Sotomayor, aka Crispy Coons. I'm gonna just be fucking honest with you, because that dude is a detriment to black community. This dude have said some fuck shit about black people. You know, let's just keep it 1,010. But you still my dude, man. You know what I'm saying? But if who the hell is texting me? Shit. Okay, my homeboy. Okay, you my nigga though. He's right automatically because of the initial attack, Leonis. He's right because of the attack. He's being attacked. What you gonna do if somebody hits you in the street with a straight right hand? You gonna sit up there and let that motherfucker hit you? Let's just keep it 1,010, brother L. Thompson. I'm saying he's right in this situation. He's completely right in this situation. He's completely right in this situation. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, he is 100% right. Because I have the documented proof. And as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do after this string goes off? I'm going to do a slideshow. I'm going to do a slideshow and I'm going to show you that this shit was initiated by Umar. That's not to say he told nothing but the truth. But the thing is, it's an agenda-based truth. There's a difference between telling the truth and having an agenda-based situation. There's an agenda behind it. Because it's an attack still at the end of the day. It's an agenda-based truth. If you're talking about the part when how he's scamming people, how has he scammed people? Name something that he scammed people on. And you saying he's exposing Tariq. No, he's attacking Tariq. Because why would you even, if he's so much of this bad motherfucker, why is he on 1804? Why is he even on why is he on Hidden Colors though? How is he scamming? What return I get on Hidden Colors? I get the information I need to, number one, learn my history, and number two, know what to do to empower black people. That's the return I get on fucking Hidden Colors. That's my return. And you're talking to somebody who has funded Hidden Colors. The return I get is he did everything he said I was going to do. That's what return I get on Hidden Colors. Exactly. Exactly. But people do that. Thank you. When you give money, that doesn't mean the person have control on how it's used. Otherwise, it is not a donation. Got it. He would distribute some of the profits. That's a weak talking point. Because number one, he done did all the leg work. Get the production. He didn't pay the necessary people. It's so much shit go through fucking movies. I can go all day. And you're talking to a person that ain't never did movies, but I know what goes on behind that camera for sure. Because I can get you some people that'll say the same thing that I'm saying. Because I remember one time I was talking to an actor, and some of the shit I was saying to him about how movies go, how screenwriters go, this dude said I was 1,000% right. He couldn't disagree with me. But I guarantee you, if I put him in here, he's gonna say the same thing I'm saying. It's so much shit goes on behind the camera though. He would distribute the profits. Okay, so Distribute the profits how? To the community, or distribute the profits to the people that's in the documentary? You would return the investment with dividends. That don't make it a scam, though. That don't make it a scam. Y'all always using that, well, he should just do something. He does enough. Let's stop. Let's cut the bullshit, L. Thomas. Cut the bullshit, dog. I know you don't like to the donors. Okay, on the thing, he gives you the DVD for free if you donate a certain amount. That's greedy as fuck. Okay, why haven't you donated your dividends in real estate then? Why haven't you donated your dividends in real estate? Let's just keep it 1,010. Since you're so rich, why haven't you donated your dividends? I mean, I'm giving you an opportunity to explain yourself. He can do no. Answer my question. Answer my question. You're not gonna deflect. You're not gonna deflect. You donate 10%, and you probably made hundreds of millions of dollars, dude. That's not scamming. Because hold on, bro. Let me back up here. First of all, let's talk about what goes with making a movie. This isn't always true, but this is true damn near 90% of the time. When you get crowdfunding from a movie, first of all, you got to pay cameraman, the light man, you got to pay the people that's in the documentary. No. Let me tell you what goes on with a fucking movie. You got to pay cameraman, you got to pay this person, you got to pay co-producers, you got to pay, in some cases, you got to pay executive producers. In some cases, you got to pay certain associate producers. That's if you're getting studio money and shit like that. There's so many motherfuckers you got to pay with getting, especially getting information out to people, or movies in general. There's so many motherfuckers you gotta pay in a movie that's on the set. It's fucking ridiculous. So for you to say some fuck shit like, well, why is he giving it back to the people that donating? I don't give two fucks about it. Me personally, as a donor, I don't give two fucks if he give me back my money. You sound stupid as motherfucker. Man, let me just get your ass about this motherfucker. You just sound, get your motherfucking ass up out of here. That's just coon talk. Fucking coon talk. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I cannot do that coon shit. I'm sorry, chat room, but I cannot do coon shit. There's so much motherfucking shit that goes with a fucking movie. So many people that gotta get paid from a motherfucking movie. You talking this dumbass shit about he can't do no motherfucking wrong. Good to hear you too, beautiful sassy cat. You know what I'm saying? You talking all this stupid ass shit about. There's so many motherfuckers you gotta pay in a movie. It's ridiculous, dude. You sound stupid as hell, dude. Thank you. Thank you, Graham Noor. And thanks for adding me, dog. That's stupid shit. There's so many motherfuckers. Anybody in the chat room has done a movie. I'm talking about direct produced. Black people give their money to white people all the time with no return, and it's called material. Thank you! Fuck out of here with that dumbass shit. This dude that paid for Trayvon Martin's funeral, or at least parts of it, he's paid for multiple people's funerals. He didn't give him back more than I could ever give back. And that's one of the guys, if I ever find out that motherfucker's a scam artist, one thing I learned from him, and I'm just keeping it 1,010, one thing I learned from him is how to give back to people. You know what I'm saying? Because I do everything I can. Like, my money been a little short this time, and I did everything. You know, I had a homeboy that recently died. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. And let me go do something real quick. My nigga Quincy Lockett. Quincy Q Dog Lockett. This bud is for you, dog. When I drink this motherfucker up to straight to the motherfucking head, this motherfucking bud is for you, nigga. Cause you my nigga. We didn't always get along, nigga. But the fact that you came out of Oak Haven, the fact that you fuck with me, the fact that I fuck with you tough, you is my nigga, dog. This motherfucking bud for you. So when 12 o'clock hit and I drink this motherfucking Budweiser up in this motherfucker is for you, nigga. Rest in peace, nigga. I know you a good person, cause motherfuckers gonna be crying, saying that I'm not ready for it. Nigga, I wasn't ready for that damn death. And no, and this is straight from the heart, nigga. This is my nigga right here. This motherfucking bud is for you, nigga. I fucks with my boy Q Dog Lockett. We didn't always get along, say the same shit. It's nothing to laugh at, because I'm gonna drink this motherfucker in dedication to my nigga Q Dog Lockett up in this motherfucker. I'm gonna drink this motherfucker because this bud is for you, dog. This bud is for you, nigga. And when I drink this motherfucker straight to the head, I'm not gonna stop drinking this motherfucker. This is in dedication to motherfucking Q Dog Lockett. This is dedicated to this nigga because I fucks with this nigga. I don't give a fuck what problems I done had with this nigga. At the end of the day, he went to Oak Haven. He gonna always be my nigga. And anybody I fucks with tough at Oak Haven, this bud is for you. But this motherfucker is definitely for motherfucking Quincy Q Dog Lockett. And I dedicate this to Toya Lockett, her sister, his other siblings that he may or may not have. I just know that it was 3 of them, from what I understand. And if I'm missing a sibling, please forgive me, goddammit. This motherfucking bud is for you in the motherfucking Lockett family. I can't make that funeral. I done donate a little change to you. But one thing I know for sure, I donated something. See, motherfuckers don't realize how shit can work if we just put in a little work. The average black movement can be funded with anywhere from $10 to $20. You don't believe me? Let me put this beer down. But you know what I'm saying? $10, $20, $30. You know what I'm saying? The average fund can be funded with just that amount of money. I'm gonna tell you how. Let's say you get 100,000 people putting $10 on the Hidden Colors DVD or the Hidden Colors movement. Just $10 motherfucking dollars. That's $1 million right there. And a lot of shit can get done with $1 million. You'll be surprised how well $1 million go. If 100,000 Negroes, that's only, and I'm guessing, that's about almost 1%, 2%. If we get enough people on code, like Brother Tariq Nasheed says, we can get some shit done with just that. Hidden Colors will be funded with $1 million, with $10 from 100,000 people. Now we know we're not gonna get 100,000 people, but if you do enough, you can make some shit happen with that. It just got to be enough people on code. You think white folks donate hundreds of $1 million to movement? No, they just donate bullshit money all the time. So to you, my nigga, Quincy Q Dog Lockett, rest in peace, nigga, cause this beer is dedicated for you. Yeah, but here's the thing, man, and I'm not trying to be an asshole to people, but when this dude has a history of saying fuck shit, This dude had co-signed Donald Trump. He has co-signed Donald Trump being in the president, saying he's not racist because he provided jobs for black people. That's what type of shit this dude is on. And I hate dudes like that. Just keep it 1,010. And he probably do barely makes profit. He probably do barely makes profit off Hidden Colors. Now, I'm pretty sure he made enough off Hidden Colors 4 in 1804 because enough people bought that motherfucker. But I say between Hidden Colors 1 and 3, he probably barely made profit off 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just keep that 1,010. But with that being said, though, when you attack people, verbally or physically, you open yourself up to counterattacks. You open yourself up to unnecessary attacks that don't have to be there. You open yourself up. My instructor always told me, and this is my first life coach. My current life coach is a man named Dr. Jerry Bobo, and I'm gonna keep on dedicating these videos to Brother Dr. Jerry Bobo. Brother Dr. Jerry Bobo is my current mentor, and Dr. Jerry Bobo. Well, let me go back to my martial art instructor. My martial art instructor was the first guy that I called a life coach. Every man needs a life coach. Everybody needs, if they don't have a mentor, because there's a difference between a life coach and a mentor. There's some difference to some degree. Sorry about that. I agree. He should have never took that to social media because there's nothing to really bitch about because it happens with everybody. Now, if it's at a point to where the narrative is being controlled and is inaccurate narratives, that becomes a problem then. If Tariq allows his narrative to be controlled, that's different. But sometimes when you have live crowdfunding, anybody can donate it to. Anybody can donate to those crowdfunding. White folks, black folks, Hispanic people. When you have open crowdfunding, it's gonna be 1 or 2 white motherfuckers donate to that motherfucker. And the same with white folks. If we gonna go there about crowdfunding, let's look at Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino had a black guy by the name of Reginald Hudlin. Thank you. I loves you, nigga. Grim, New York. I loves you, nigga. You know why? Because you spitting some truth to that motherfucking shit. He was off code in itself. And I don't fuck with Joyce Watkins, aka Moist Floppins, aka Moist Twatkins. But he said some real shit. You know what the fuck he said that was 100% real? He was like, man, you can't expect me to continue to take an ass whooping if a motherfucker constantly starting shit with me. Now, it was a video he did his own Sister Tubman's thing, but that whole video, that 9-minute, 10-minute segment he did, I agree 1,000% with this Moist Twatkins, aka Joyce Watkins, aka Moist Flopkins, aka Moist bitch made Floppins. I agree with him on that. See, please understand, I don't have to like you in order for me to learn a lesson from your ass. We could be bitter enemies, but I can learn a lesson from a motherfucker. I don't allow my hatred toward a motherfucker or my disagreement with a motherfucker to stop me from learning something from a motherfucker. I can learn something from a motherfucking racist. But that don't mean I gotta shuck and jive and coon and eat chicken for that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I crowd my ideology for that motherfucker. But you can learn something from that motherfucker. You can learn a lot from a motherfucker. I don't have to agree with that motherfucker. I don't even got to be in the same room with that motherfucker. But I can learn something from a motherfucker. Best to believe that. Best to believe that. That's to believe I can learn something from anybody. But I agree. He was completely off code. He was off code in starting an attack. That's off code. And he should have been reprimanded for starting an attack. Instead of talking about, well, you boys need to get along. You dudes need to, exactly. Exactly. But you dudes need to cut it out because y'all both off code is completely wrong. It's wrong to reprimand Tariq Nasheed. Now, certain things you have to charge to the game because that could be a matter of life and death, and the thing it could be a matter of life and death in a certain situation. So sometimes you gotta take that L. You gotta take that counter attack. You gotta take that attack in some cases. But in this situation, with him bringing it to Twitter and Instagram, he deserved everything they had coming to him. And I'm not saying that because I'm taking Tariq's side. I'm saying this because I know in this situation, Tariq Nasheed is right. Hate on both sides is nonsense. I agree with that. I don't hate on both sides is complete nonsense, brother. It's complete nonsense, bro. It's complete nonsense. But the thing is, when you attack a person in any given situation, whether you initiate it verbally or physically, you open yourself up. You open yourself up for being exposed. You open yourself up for fuck shit to happen to you when you initiate attack. When you initiate an attack, you know, you don't know who's going to come out and help this motherfucker to whoop your ass or verbally find some shit on you on the internet to verbally assault you. So to all you niggas on YouTube, to all you niggas that's saying Tariq Nasheed is wrong, and to all you niggas say both parties, and I understand some people's point of view of being neutral on this situation, but to all you niggas that's saying Tariq Nasheed is immature for defending himself, you a goddamn fool for saying some stupid ass shit like that. And half these motherfuckers who making YouTube videos about this shit ain't doing research on the fucking facts. They won't even take time on Twitter or take time on Google to research why this man is attacking, is counter-attacking him. Thank you, Janine Fester. I'm sorry. Much love to you, Janine Fester. You have a right to defend yourself in any given situation, whether it's verbally or physically. When a man says some shit like, "Let me go to the information." See, this is one thing about Jimmy J. Smooth, the Jimmy J. Smooth Network. That is, the Jimmy J. Smooth Network always carries receipts, and this is why people like Real Anonymous and Zeke and all the people in this chat room fucks with me, because they know I got it, and they know I got the receipts. Hold on for a quick second. If people quit texting me, why is everybody texting me? Come on now. They pick a motherfucker of a time to. I'm gonna try to. Please forgive me for a hot second, because I like to do research. I like to be the man to okay. Unapologetic African Instagram Live from Houston, Texas. Umar responds to the recent disrespectful comments on concerning his school fund, which Tariq wasn't being disrespectful when he said charge that to the game. Now a lot of people are saying, well, he's saying something slick about Umar Johnson and all this shit. And the thing is, hold on for a second. And he took this shit down too, like a. No, he didn't. Okay, I got it. I got the info right here. Can you see that, people? Hold on. Let me make sure they can see it. This what started it all, everybody. I don't know if you can see it clearly and live and direct, but this is what started the whole shit. This is what started it, bro. And what time is it? They normally have... This is what started it. And if there was a misunderstanding, all brother Umar Johnson had to do was call this brother and say, hey, you done said some stuff about me I did not like. This is what started it all. And brother Tariq ain't said nothing but good things about this dude. You know, this is what started it all. And you don't expect him to clap back at that? That's fucking slander right there. He virtually slandering this dude, defaming this dude's character. Now, if Tariq was a bitch ass dude, he would have just went up in the California courthouse and got a defamation suit on this dude. Half the shit that brother Umar was saying was defamation. And then this is the clapback an hour later. Hold on. Give me a second. This is what's the hour later clapback. He clapped back on him in less than an hour later. Rightfully so. Now, the best thing people need to do in this situation is to simply don't even get in it. No, we don't like family fighting. We don't like family fighting. Nobody likes family fighting. But if a person, get a new message. Who's messaging me right now? Nobody likes family fighting. But if my brother slapped the shit out of my sister because she started the shit, then I can't get mad at him for slapping her. Because you initiated that conflict. Now, if he just blatantly slapped her and starting shit, I'm gonna have to football tackle him at that point. You know, come on. I'm gonna have to get in it. Be like, hey, calm down, dude. You know, chill out. And, you know, if I feel she was initiating it and I'm able to get her out that situation, I'm gonna grab her and be like, hey, you gotta chill out. If she's starting the shit, nobody likes family fighting. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes family make you want to kick them literally up their ass. And when family is in the wrong, sometimes you gotta stay out of it. In a physical situation, you got to break people up. You know what I'm saying? Because physical. But even then, you don't fight nobody. You don't fight either party in that situation. Because that's a conflict between them two people. In this situation, I still like Umar. And I hope Umar ain't a scam artist. You know, I just hope that. You know what I'm saying? And same for the other brothers. Because we never know. We gotta leave this alone, family. To go on YouTube talking about these guys are acting like kids and this and that without getting. Half these people who are doing YouTube videos ain't researching the facts. They omit the facts. They throw the facts out the window and piss on it and be like, well, they should fight anyway. Well, motherfucker, don't put your hands on the motherfucker. Don't get in no body face and verbally assault no motherfucking body. Don't do that. What did Lil Jon say? Don't start no shit and there won't be no shit. That's the old saying. Don't start no shit, it won't be no shit. And this is what happened when you start shit. The nigga put a post of Dr. Umar Johnson. This is very fucked up. You know, but this dude put a picture of this. This is why, family, you don't start conflict. Because certain things that get exposed out there in this world, certain things that get started, when you start a conflict, certain conflicts that you start, you can't come back from. That's just the reality. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just the nature of the beast right there, man. We got to understand when people are starting shit, we need to talk to the person that initiated the conflict. If we gonna criticize Tariq, you should at least criticize the motherfucker who started this shit. Yeah, we got to put it out there. Sir, this is why I'm making the point. He who attacks first is a fool. You're foolish for attacking people. And then, here's another thing. This ain't a good look either. I'm just going to be honest with you. This ain't a good look either. Let's speak truth to power. This ain't a good look either. With the damn strippers. And let me be clear. I'm not a fan of telling the man where to stick his dick in, but damn, bro, make sure your business is kept secretive. And this is not exposing Dr. Umar Johnson. These are public facts. This is put in the public. So you can't say shit. You can't say shit, Dr. Umar, because he done got you on the school campaign. He done got you on the herpes pick. What do you really have to say? I mean, let's just be honest. Like my brother, and I like to provide receipts, man. I like to provide receipts. This brother has said the best thing that imaginable. He couldn't have said it no better than what anybody else could say. This paragraph, sentence, whatever you want to call it, because it's been so long since I've been to school, says it all. And if you got to, stop the live stream, pause the live stream, if you have to. But he said there is no other way to describe this. Even if I figure out that if I feel or end up feeling like that brother Tariq Nasheed is on the fuck shit, I can say I learned something from Tariq. Same thing with Dr. Umar. Even if it's found that he's with the fuck shit, I can say I learned from Tariq Nasheed. So stop making it seem like, stop making these dudes your savior, like the brother said. If you looking for a motherfucking savior, a messiah, a leader to look for, you in the wrong business. Tariq have said this on numerous occasions. I'm nobody's leader. I'm nobody's leader. He said that, but people on this internet talking about he's leader. You know, he's already said that. But I've learned something from that dude. I've learned something from that dude, and I've learned something from Dr. Umar. Let's not get it twisted. I learned something from both of them, and I hope it ends up ceasing. You know what I'm saying? I hope it ends up ceasing. I hope these guys can come back together and resolve that issue. That's the best thing you can do, because as long as your attacker keep on attacking you, handle your business, baby. Handle your business. As long as your attacker keep on attacking you, he's gonna get either a straight right hand, a number one front kick, a number two front kick, a number one roundhouse kick, a number one side kick, uppercut, straight right hand, straight left hand. It's gonna keep on happening as long as you keep on attacking. But if we give peace, if we start off being peaceful, we don't have to worry about being in conflict. If you start off that way. Now sometimes we're gonna be in a situation where we have to defend ourselves. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If, and I say if, and I mean if. Give me a second. Family. If we're going to his page, if this don't happen, if this don't happen, guess what? Guess what, guys? If this don't happen, this ain't exposed. No matter how you feel about that situation, it's on the internet. You can't change your eyes. He wouldn't have had no reason to attack the man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. See, me, I don't take sides. The only side I take is the side of the truth. That's the thing. You know, I take the side of indisputable evidence. That's the side I take. And maybe this ain't exposed either. Looking like that dude on Friday that's talking about this picture of this dude looking like Worm. I think the guy's name Worm on Friday. I'm getting old, guys. I'm young, but I'm getting old. He looking like this dude on Friday. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. That's what the guy looks like, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to roast the dude, but playing with my money, when you play with my money, you play with my emotions. It's like playing with my emotions. You know, I'm not trying to beat up on the guy, because I love Dr. Umar. And I hope he gets through his case. But I also hope he comes to terms to apologizing to this brother. He owed Tariq an apology. More than anything. But to all these critics out here, YouTube critics, YouTube pages, guys, stay in your lane on this and let these guys handle their conflict. The more you let them handle their conflict, the better. Let's just keep it 1,010. Because the truth of the matter is, us being like, because there's a lot of people out here that feels like giving up on black empowerment because of Tariq versus Umar. There's a lot of people out here that are talking about giving up on black empowerment because Tariq and Umar are beefing with each other. Let me say this: if that's the way you look at black people, giving up on black empowerment because Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar is beefing, you, my friend, is a motherfucking Sambo, Bing Crosby dancing, Gene Kent Kelly, Xanadu. That's entertainment. You, Sammy Davis Jr. in Taps, Gregory Hines in White Knights, Mr. Bojangles with Shirley Temple as Coon. And that's gonna hurt a lot of you people with me saying that. You, my friend, is a coon. Those people, they and I agree. You wasn't truly down for empowerment to begin with. If Dr. Umar and Tariq stop you from doing what you need to do in black society, you, my friend, is a Gene Kelly dancing ass, tap dancing ass coon. You was a Gene Kelly, Bing Crosby, shucking and jiving ass coon. If that makes you give up on black people, that shouldn't make you give up on black people. And I say this: if you feel that way, you need to stop following those guys. Tariq is not gonna miss a beat 1 second with you being one less of a follower. Most definitely. Cook your supper, sister. You know, you can go to the plate. Go holler at me on the playback, baby. Don't cook your supper. Sassy cat, much love to you. But you, my friend, is a coon if that's what makes you stop being about empowerment. You was never about black empowerment to begin with. You wanted to hide behind a leader that could expose your nothingness. If it's found out that Tariq is a fraud, do you think that's going to stop me from being about black empowerment? Of course not. Because I'm going to be about black empowerment today, tomorrow, until the day I die. That is what you call a rider. That is what you call a rider for black society. That is a rider for black society. Those are the riders. Francis Cress Wilson is a rider. Dr. Neely Fuller, I don't know when he's going to pass away on this earth, but he's up in age to the point to where we got to prepare for his death at some point. He's a rider. He's been talking about white supremacy his entire life. Dr. Marcus Garvey, dedicated to black empowerment his entire life. Frederick Douglass, the nigga was mixed. The nigga was mixed. He had a white daddy, black mama, but he was about black empowerment. Vicente Guerrero, second president of Mexico, he was about black empowerment to the day he died. Are you a writer? Or are you a fucking dick writer? Are you a writer? Or are you a fucking dick writer? Because if that's what you are, black society don't need your whole ass any motherfucking way. Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson, and even Moist Twakin should not stop you from being about black empowerment. You should be about black empowerment because regardless of these guys' conflict, guess what? You gonna be, if you get thrown in the back of that police car, you gonna still be a nigga. If you end up in jail having to do some time, you still gonna be a nigga. when you have to face the judge, you still gonna be a nigga. When a race soldier's after you, you still gonna be a nigga. So why not be a rider for the community instead of a dick rider? And I'm not saying that to disparage anybody who want to stick with Umar after listening to this, or stick with Tariq, or both guys. I mean, that's your choice. That's your choice. Again, if I find out a person is not what they cracked up to be, I gotta charge you to the game. But that don't mean I can't learn from you. Sometimes people are there for a reason, and people are there for a season. The truth of the matter is, to all you YouTube clowns talking about, well, this is a bad look for black society and all this shit, your boy made the black community looking bad by attacking a man who everybody and their mama know, when you attack him, you better knock him out. When you attack him, you better knock him out, because if you ought to know, when you get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, the likelihood of you still having, let's say you have an O and you facing Floyd Mayweather, the likelihood of you winning that fight is very slim. So if you don't knock out Floyd Mayweather, by the time it gets to the 12th round, you about to be so frustrated from pop shots and counter right hands to where, damn, I should have knocked this motherfucker out. And some people will make excuses for not getting knocked out. They'll be like, oh, he was running and all that shit. But let me tell you something. If you don't knock the person out when you attack them, you're finna be out of there. So why not just be peaceful and not attack the person at all? How about that? How about don't start internet beefs? How about that? Thank you, Robert J. Much love to you. Much love to you, Robert J. How about that? How about just don't start no shit and it won't be no motherfucking shit? That's just the bottom line. Don't raise up at nobody and it won't be no shit. So I say this to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, you was wrong for that. You was wrong for that. And you need to apologize to not only Tariq, you need to apologize for black society for being off code. Much respect, much respect. You need to apologize for being off code. Because otherwise we wouldn't be having this bullshit to begin with. We wouldn't be having this conversation to begin with. I would be talking about Chris Cyborg boxing. I mean, whooping on Holly Holmes' ass. I'll be talking about that right about now. But there's so many motherfuckers out here that's really getting on my nerves. I'm just gonna be quite honest with you. And Town Biz did, shout out to Town Biz, JS. If y'all on here, subscribe to Town Biz. Subscribe to that brother and subscribe to that brother and look at his videos, because he said it best, man. He was like, man, he's not taking sides, but Dr. Umar needs to get a good look at himself. And he made the best video out of everybody's video about this beef. He made the best video. You know what I'm saying? And he said pretty much he was in the right for the most part, you know. And again, this is not about me taking sides, you know. But I'm gonna say what's right. I'm gonna go with what's right. What's right is Umar started this shit, and he need to be the one to apologize. You know what I'm saying? So we can move on from this bullshit. Get out your ego, Dr. Umar. And I'm going to still ride with you. I'm going to still ride with you, bro. Now, if it's indisputably proven that you a motherfucking motherfucking fraud. What's poppin' Cornell University? Cornell Urban, man. I wish you could have got on this motherfucker. But it is what it is. That's the brother, man. That's one of the people I go to for advice, man, because I be slipping and Cornell just he smooth talk to a brother. Exactly. Exactly, bro. And he need to be in he need to be the one, and brother Umar need to apologize to Black society and apologize to Tariq, because and I'm gonna make a future warning. When you come at Tariq, don't and I'm speaking for everybody, from his fans to his critics to everything. When you come at Tariq on that bullshit, or anybody else come at him on some bullshit, expect Tariq to be Tariq. First of all, Tariq is an entertainer first. Tariq is an entertainer first. And that is not to disparage him as a community activist. He's an entertainer first. We gotta understand that. He's an entertainer first. When you write books, when you write literature, by definition, you are an entertainer first, because you draw the attention of the masses. That is by definition an entertainer. You got a book writer, screenwriter, movie writer, the whole nine, songwriter. When you are a writer, by definition, you are an entertainer first. So let me tell you niggas out there that's talking about he should stop doing what he's doing because it's black empowerment. Because he's a leader in the black community. Stop looking at him to be your fucking leader, when he said don't be his fucking leader. Listen to what he say. Apply what he say. But stop looking for the motherfucking Messiah, the Negro Messiah. Be about black empowerment, because that's what you need to do any motherfucking way. Remember, Tariq is an entertainer first. Entertainers do what entertainers gon' do. Him being about black empowerment, that's a good thing. But he's still gonna be an entertainer first. That is not to disparage Tariq Nasheed, because some of you niggas gonna go there, oh, he's a motherfucking entertainer and all this, and Jimmy J smooth this shoe. Before you go there, listen to the context of what I'm saying it in. And that is not a diss. But he's going to do what entertainers do when handling conflict. Now, if he started out about being about black empowerment, you can kind of say, hey, this ain't right. This ain't how a person about black empowerment should handle themselves. But at the end of the day, he's an entertainer first. He's an entertainer first. As for Umar Johnson, the sooner you apologize to him, the better. Because your reputation is ruined at this point. Your reputation, number one, is on the line. Your credibility is on the line, number one. Number two, you can't afford no fuck ups in the game. Apologize to that man. Humble your motherfucking self. And let's get this school popping and dropping. And keep being about black empowerment the way you're about black empowerment, Dr. Umar. Don't be out here dissing people and not expect somebody to straight right hand you. That shit don't work. You is supposed to be have a scholarship. You're supposed to have a PhD, the top of the line psychologist. If you let a nigga make you mad being a fucking PhD, having a PhD, because you're supposed to know people better than most people. I don't think that PhD did you any good. And Brother Tariq might be right. Your motherfucking ass might be on drugs. Sorry about scratching my nose, but it's obviously allergies fucking around. But you need to handle your business and have what you call self-control. Even if it happened to be a low-key diss, that wasn't enough for you to go in on the guy. You could have called Tariq. I'm sure you have his number, his assistant number, and be like, "Hey man, I felt you kind of did me wrong." That should have been the man that pulled somebody to the side. But at the end of the day, you're wrong. I mean, you're wrong, Umar. You're wrong. I'ma still stand behind you. Thank you, Grim Neor. Boy, I love this chat room, and y'all better be glad I'm looking at this chat room, dog, because y'all, I fucks with y'all dudes, man. But he can redeem himself by just building that school. $400,000. Even if you have to build that motherfucker in a hut, just do it, Dr. Umar. The reality is we need people like you. You need Dr. Umar to be stable. And the longer you be stable, the better off the community is. I understand you cussing and saying the shit that you say at your lectures. Because, to be honest with you, Mac Lessons Radio ain't got shit on fucking Dr. Umar's lectures. Anybody that say Tariq is a man or woman basher and he say some vile shit, Tariq ain't got shit. Mac Lessons Radio ain't got shit on Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm gonna tell you right now. But the shit that he says at his lecture is 110% needed. I don't know about the lecture in Houston last night because I didn't go to that motherfucker. But for sure, the things he said is harsh, but it needs to be said. With that being said, stay in your lane, Dr. Johnson. If you make money off lectures or do lectures and all that good shit, do that. Be the best motherfucking motivational speaker / black empowerment speaker / pan-Africanist you possibly be. But when you go at Tariq Nasheed, don't expect not to get hit back. Thank you. You know Carnell. You know better than me, dog. His lectures make Mac Lessons Radio look like a circus. I'm gonna tell you, with shit he say in his lectures, he ain't got shit. Mac Lessons Radio ain't got shit on Dr. Umar's lecture. So, to Dr. Umar, stay in your lane and build that motherfucking school. Because you can definitely redeem yourself if you just do that. And I hope he didn't spend the money. I'm hoping he didn't spend the money. But build that goddamn school. To you Tariq Nasheed nigga critics. From every YouTube nigga who eating and getting views off Tariq Nasheed. Before y'all make any YouTube video about Tariq or anything you do, but particularly I'm speaking on Tariq, get the information first. For you to make a video, because there was one guy that said, well, I didn't really look at the video because I don't know much about the conflict. That kills your credibility right there in itself. There's nothing wrong with doing YouTube conflicts, but to make to have harsh criticism for a guy talking about their kids, but you don't have the information there, you're an idiot. and do your research on shit. Anything you do, you need to do research on here. When I do live videos with my boy Craig and other people, in the future I'm gonna do some video with Carnell. We're gonna have to chop it up like players. You know what I'm saying? That's whatever his schedule works around it. You know, I'm trying to get him on here, but it's all good. Because my train of thought is off the chain right now. But before you motherfuckers go on here do any other video, from Tariq on down, do your research on shit. Just do your research on shit. It don't hurt. It won't kill you to do research on shit. Cause a lot of you motherfuckers that's making, just Google search Tariq versus Umar in the YouTube comment section, and you will see some of the most ridiculous, ignorant ass YouTube videos in the history of YouTube. That's just my take on it. Do your fucking research. The things that you find on Tariq and the information you find on Tariq, it's pretty much public record, damn near. From him having producers to quote unquote hiring white staff members to get a film done. And let me tell y'all motherfuckers something on this. If you gonna shoot, you gonna criticize Tariq, kill that corny ass bullshit. I challenge any motherfucker out there to find me one credible black director, producer, screenwriter that ain't did business with a motherfucking white person. You might find one or two, but as a matter of fact, find me, I want people to find me one. From the film crew to the cameraman to the motherfucking gaffer boy to the motherfucking, find me one goddamn black person that ain't had to work with white people in movies at some point. Find me a motherfucker that then did more than 10 movies, did more than 20 movies, did more than 100 movies. Find me, let's stick with 10. Because 10 makes you win. Find me a reputable motherfucking black director, producer, screenwriter that hasn't done business, that ain't had to work with white folks in a motherfucking movie. Ask me that before you start talking that shit about Umar exposed Tariq Nasheed. Nigga, find me one director from Spike Lee, Reginald Hudlin, from fucking the two niggas that they made, the guys that they made Birth of a Nation, to motherfucking niggas that they made the Slave movie. That was white produced it. Brad Pitt's production company funded 12 Years a Slave. And guess what? They also funded Moonlight. Do your research on that. I'm giving you the facts. I'm giving you the facts. So name one Hollywood producer that ain't did that. You're gonna have a hard time, brother. And before you say anything or post anything, do your research on shit. It's very hard to make movies, do movies without white people. It's very hard. Unless you just got your homies or you got it together like that. Which is what Tariq has been trying to do. At the end of the day, why haven't you motherfuckers went to Tariq, info at TariqElite.com? If you so motherfucking good to where he doesn't have to hire a single solitary white cameraman, white gaffer boy, white person this, white person that, why haven't you put to that motherfucking email address? Because he's been asking for it. And let me tell you this, for you Tariq Nasheed critics, and I'll admit, I'm a fan. I'm just not going to step in this conflict without spitting the facts. So this is not a knock on Dr. Umar. This is not a knock on Dr. Umar. I love him like he's my brother, and I will defend him like my brother. Look at message to Dr. Umar Johnson. But before you motherfuckers say anything about Tariq having a white film crew a white production team or whatever, which he didn't have he had a couple of white boys that were associate producers, executive producers in the first Hidden Colors, which is very meaningless if they're not controlling the narrative, or it's not a controlled narrative. It's very meaningless. I'm gonna just be honest with you. But before you criticize him for that, and before you criticize him for having a white film crew, you criticize these niggas out here that be making all these good ass videos, that be making these creative ass videos, for not reaching out to Tariq. Because he does it all the time. You got 1,300 motherfuckers, anywhere from 1,300 motherfuckers to close to 4,000 people in his live stream. And it's probably going to be a lot more because people ain't got to go to work tomorrow. But it'd be anywhere from 1,300 people to 4,000 people in his Ustream. It ain't, you can't find 4 niggas, 10 niggas, 20, 30, 40, 50 niggas out of that many people to work with Tariq on these documentaries. Because info@TariqElite.com, he's been putting that out there for years. So before you go criticizing him for having a white film crew, why haven't you sent him anybody, Dr. Umar, or anybody else who got something to say about him hiring white film crew, motherfucker, for hiring white editors and shit like that? It ain't that many out there, black editors out there, and if there is, why haven't you sent them? Because you guys look very stupid criticizing a man for trying to get information out there that need to be out there. The only thing he did, exactly, he did. I have the facts. I have to pull that up, but I have the facts on that. Yes, he did go to a white school. Let me see, can I pull that up real quick, Grim New York? And I'm about to get off here shortly. Not gonna say when, but it's gonna be very shortly. Let me go back to my phone. But Tariq does have an open door policy on people working with him. He says all the fucking time, you know, he says all the damn time that, hey, you know, he says all the damn time, like, hey, you know, he says all the damn time that, people, if you're thorough, I will hire you. I am willing to hire you. Because he got to go do a whole lot of shit. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this bitch up, but it's not coming up. And I don't want to have to go through all this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it at that. But yeah, thanks, Carnell. Good looking out, Carnell. Thank you. Most of the time, the people are unqualified and do subpar work. Most of the black dudes. But he does hire black first. Thank you, Carnell University. This is the reason why I wanted him on here. Now you can see why I wanted him on here. Because he knows what the fuck he talking about. And that's who I fuck with. People that know what the fuck they goddamn talking about. And I've been cool with this nigga for almost 10 years up in this motherfucking. I've been following Carnell University for years. He was one of the first people to donate to the Hidden Colors documentary. That's an indisputable fact. You can see his name on practically all of Tariq's work. Damn near. You know. So. But the thing is, he hires black first. Bottom line. Point blank, period, end of discussion. Dudes need to get it together. Niggas need to get it together. Niggas need to stay out this conflict. And niggas need to stop being on this bullshit when it comes to this shit. The brother have a right to defend himself. when a guy is defaming your character, because Tariq could have been a bitch nigga. He is an unapologetic Negro. I sure won't, baby. I sure won't, baby. I'm not finna drink and drive. I'm just finna stay. Baby, I can't drive. So let's just put it out there. Jimmy J. Smooth, Jimmy McWright, James McWright cannot drive. Worth the shit. If I tried to drive, I would run into something. That's just an indisputable fact. So with that being said, I'm not finna, you know, I'm backing Dr. Umar. I'm backing Dr. Umar. But with that being said, Janine, I can't drive worth shit. So I'm not finna go nowhere. I'm not finna try. So it is what it is. You know, I have no problem with saying I can't drive. I'm gonna be 34 next year and I can't drive worth a shit. But I'm not gonna put nobody in danger in the process too. Crazy, but it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. I'll be working on that anyway, so it is what it is. But if you're gonna criticize brother Tariq, get the facts. And properly analyze the facts. Don't half-ass, because dudes on YouTube be making bullshit videos. Tariq this, Tariq that, Tariq this, and Tariq that, Tariq this, and Tariq that. Dude, get the facts. That's one thing I do. I strive to do. I can give you an opinion on combat fighting because I've had 12 years of martial arts experience. I don't have a black belt, but I can whoop your ass. I'll tell you that right now. If you whoop me, it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be an easy fight. I know enough about combat fighting from UFC to boxing. My brother Coach Sheldon Harrison can tell you I know enough about boxing. Shout out to brother Coach Sheldon Harrison. Definitely subscribe to him. Coach Sheldon can tell you I know enough about boxing because he's a boxing expert / kickboxing expert / combat fighting expert. So if he knows anything about it, if I know anything about it, he knows about it. And that's just a fact. I know enough about combat sports or anything that pertaining to fighting. I know enough about that shit to defend myself. I know about that enough about that shit to where I'm not gonna be an easy target. I can have a conversation with a motherfucker and I can tell if he can fight or not. Because certain things you're just not gonna know about just opening your mouth. I don't give a fuck how many instructional DVDs you have. You go to Century instructional DVDs. It's nothing like the real thing, baby. Like Marvin Gaye and Tammy, whatchamacallit. I'm not trying to figure their motherfucking names out, but I know enough about fighting to where I can be on a panel with people like Dante's Boxing Nation and boxing experts, and they will tell you this motherfucker knows what he's talking about. They'll be asking me, what gym you practicing? Did you practice at Crunk Gym, Ronnie Shields Gym? Did you get trained by the late Emmanuel Stewart or Eddie Futch? I know enough about that particular lane to where I can be on a panel with the same motherfuckers who've been boxing for 20 years. I know enough about that. That much I do know. So with that being said, I do everything I can to get the facts. That's why people fuck with me. That's why you done had a peak of 10 people in this damn room. Different sets of people coming in and coming back and forth to this motherfucker. Cause I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm saying this to these YouTube guys that want to criticize, want to steal Tariq's talking points and then shit on them at the same time. Get the facts on anything you post, especially about brother Tariq. Get the facts. Know what's going on before you post what's going on. That way people won't be misinformed. We call this new media for a reason because to kill out the misinformation. So if you just giving your opinion of something without doing your proper research, you killing the purity of new media. This is why we have YouTube, because it's about having new media. And new media means being factual. No matter what the situation is, how much I dislike a motherfucker, I want to stick to facts. And again, no matter how you feel about Tariq or either party, you indisputably, my boy Umar started this shit. And he's the one that's going to have to end the conflict, unfortunately. So like brother Corey Stanton said, let those dudes duke it out. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, don't stop being about black empowerment because Tariq Nasheed is, you disagree with what Tariq Nasheed attacking this dude. There's so many coon ass, excuse making ass coons out here that's talking like, well, that's the reason why I don't follow the conscious community. My first question to that motherfucker is you about being conscious, or are you about being pro-black? The difference between being pro-black and conscious is being pro-black is your, and I said it a million times, you are doing something. You are proactive. You are productive. And do me a favor also, you people who claim pro-black. Do me a huge favor. Make sure you have a resume and a body of work before you call yourself pro-black. Typing keyboard bullshit ain't being pro-black. Being conscious ain't pro-black. That shit is not the fucking same. Being conscious just means you are aware of the information that's going on. You are woke per se. But that does not make you pro-black. That does not make you an activist. You cannot be an activist by definition without being active or taking a course of action. So before you criticize Tariq or even Dr. Umar, get the motherfucking facts. Before you do any video on YouTube, get the motherfucking facts. That's all I'm saying. You can hate Tariq after me saying this all you want. You can hate Dr. Umar all you want. I'm not going to put Joyce Watkins up in this motherfucker, a.k.a. Boyce Watkins, a.k.a. Boyce Twatkins, a.k.a. Moist Floppins, in this shit because this attack is escalating. Because to be honest with you, I get why Dr. Umar attacked Boyce Watkins. I get that. He was in his right. He did right to attack Boyce Watkins. He was 100% right in attacking Boyce Watkins. He was 100% right in attacking him. I don't fault him for that. This is why the stream is Tariq versus Umar versus Tariq. And he who attacks first is a fool. But he made a foolish move by attacking Tariq first. You know what I'm saying? He made a foolish move in attacking Tariq first. But rather you stop fucking with Tariq or Umar, or still gonna be by their side. Before you make that YouTube post or social media post, get the facts. That way people ain't all over the place. And again, be about empowerment regardless of these dudes. Because if you're truly about empowerment, that's not going to stop you from being about that's not going to stop you from being about empowerment. When you go to jail, you still black. When you suck white daddy's dick, you're still black. You still a nigga. When you go down and lick Becky's coochie, you're still a nigga. When you lick their assholes, give them a real job, toss their salad, your motherfucking ass is still a nigga. Especially if you get thrown in the back of that police car. When you go to jail, you're still a nigga. Regardless, you're still a nigga. I know it may be sounding like I'm babbling, or you know what I'm saying. I'm just speaking about the dome. I'm speaking from the heart right now. When you stick your dick in Becky, you still a nigga. When you let white daddy dick you down, you still a nigga. When he eating out your butthole, pussy hole, whatever you wanna call it, vagina, you still a nigga. So regardless of what these guys do, you dudes are still black, African, or nigga. With that being said, this is your boy, live and direct, in full effect after 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. I thank all the people who subscribe to my page as they listening to this special edition live stream. And I also thank the people that are in the live chat. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, this your boy live and direct in full effect after 832. Y'all already know how I do. Peace out.